All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. Welcome back to Miss Energy's Fireside Chat. And today we will talk about a very interesting topic, especially for women like me or you who wants to age joyfully. I don't like keeping secrets, especially my age. So let me whisper. I just turned 48 on November 4, almost 2 weeks ago. And I tell you, every waking day, my muscles are protesting and hormones are in chaos. And if I can really mitigate the losses of my youth, I will buy that capsule. If there's one capsule, I will, buy it right now. But but this is more on the physical. There is one bigger topic on aging with purpose. Given the brittle bones and the hot flashes here and there, I know a lot of us women in our 40s are excited to hear from the aging with purpose expert, Miss Cenita Johnson, with her mission to help aging women. So Senita's catalyst to help aging women occurred with her own midlife transition when she uprooted an entertainment career to move cross country from Los Angeles, oh that's Hollywood fame, to take care of her father who was suffering from Alzheimer's. The lack of resources available to women going through a variety of transitions due to aging was disturbing. So, as a solution, she launched the Aging with Purpose Reinvention Method program and the Aging with Purpose talk show to help midlife and senior women rediscover their voice and later in life purpose. I love that. To reach her mission, Senita pulls from vast life experience. She served as a U.S. Air Force as an electronics technician, was a fashion model, and a TV commercial actor for over 18 years. Owned a social media agency and worked in media sales. She holds a BS in Human Relations and Business Management, and as a lifelong learner, she has taken many personal development and business courses and read over 300 plus books. Wow, that's the appetite that I really wanted to have for myself for knowledge. So she is a certified master practitioner of neuro linguistic programming. Sanita is also the author of Supreme Warrior. Battle through life's obstacles and take charge of your dreams. And so without further ado, here she is, Miss Cenita Johnson.
Thank you, Miss Energy. And as full disclosure, during the time when I was reading all those books, I was modeling. I always joke around that I had a full-time job that was actually part-time, like full-time living from a part-time job. So I always had a book on me, even if I was in line waiting to go on on the runway, backstage, whatever. So full
I know.
disclosure.
Oh my God. So where are you getting all that energy? You should be Miss Energy too.
Oh,
You know,
not anymore, because I'm 56.
yeah, but it doesn't show. If only I can be, looking like that when I reach that point, then we will party in Maryland. Yeah, so you are in Maryland right now.
You look beautiful. Well, you know what I love about life and what I'm doing is I feel that my aging well has to do with is that I've always known my purpose, even when I was miserable and bored in the modeling industry. I knew that my purpose was to help other people. So that has always been my driving force. And I believe that having a purpose and knowing your purpose is I guess you could say, what is it, the foundation of aging well.
Yeah, yeah. I know that the audience, well, not just me, are very excited, no, to hear more about what is this aging with purpose to you? What triggered you to build this? And I've been seeing a lot of books by the author Rick Warren on aging with purpose. What is the difference of a Sanita Johnson's point of view?
Mm. So, purpose is defined by psychologists as a persisting intention to achieve a long term goal that is personally meaningful and makes a positive impact on the world. I think, like, that book is is age old classic. That's a wonderful book, but I definitely think that my take on it is I don't mine is definitely not, I guess, based on religion. Is simply based on, I guess you could say, the spiritual aspect of helping everyone, and both are tied very much together. But I would definitely say that mine is not, my concept does isn't based on any type of religion, or you don't even have to believe in a higher power. That's, for me, that's between you and your personal relationship. I do believe in the most high, but I don't put that into my message, I guess you could say, because I do feel that my purpose is to help everyone, regardless of your belief. A purpose driven life or a purpose led life, it has to be fueled by the desire to continuously grow, to continuously learn, and to benefit others as a result. That's basically how we make the world better. You don't have to make a, I guess you could say, some people think that because someone's a huge actor or builds a multi-billion-dollar company, that they have a greater significance than others. I'm here to say that that's not true, that everyone plays a part in making this world better. It's like when you throw a pebble in the ocean and you can see the ripples that are close to you, but what you don't notice is the impact that those ripples are making further miles away from you. Everybody plays their part in making this world better.
Wow. I'm so touched with that statement. Yeah, I was just imagining, yeah, the ripple effect. And normally it is the ripple in front of you that you're just so crazy about.
Hmm.
But you said that it's the ripples that goes further. Wow.
And
I
you
like
can't
that.
see. And what my message is I work specifically with women who are midlife and older. The reason why is when our lives have so many transitions, like our younger years, then our teenage years, and then your young adult years, and then your adult years into your midlife years and your senior citizens years. I believe that each transition generally takes you to another purpose. I also don't believe that we specifically have one purpose. Like, for example, if someone's a physician, but they're single, their primary focus may be only on healing their patients. But once that physician gets married, then their purpose also shifts to taking care, financially taking care of their family. But then that same physician, when the kids go away and you're an empty nester, maybe they divorced or whatever the case may be, maybe that physician's always wanted to write poetry. And upon retirement, he or she decides, I'm going to write and inspire people with my words and add beauty into someone's lives with my words by writing poetry, whether they write a book, whether they decide to just share with their friends, do poetry in church, whatever it may be, that purpose is meant to empower or inspire someone else or add a light to the life of others.
Where did you get this so right now I'm just trying to like analyze
Okay.
you as a woman that when you wake up, Cenita Johnson, where do you get this the
Mm.
energy, that motivation, that I want to be a light and a sparkle in the world? Is there any part in your transition, as you said, childhood, high school, college, that triggered you that I want to have a talk show?
Hmm. Well, I will say the aging with purpose message came specific from a dream. My inspiration to empower others has always been from being a voracious reader. I would go in the library and just touch
Correct.
books and pray that I can inspire others like these authors have done for me. And I would pray for
And
all those
300
authors.
books you've read. There's
Yeah.
like 48,000 inspiration from all of them. Oh my
Yes,
God.
but the aging with purpose message initially started out specifically for midlife women. Just to share part of my transition, like you shared, I left Los Angeles. I was living near the ocean in Santa Monica, just a 10-minute walk from the ocean, my greatest dream ever. And I never planned on leaving LA. I was still making money from doing television commercials. I was retired from modeling. I just finished training for the talk show business, but I also had my social media business. Plus, I was doing some life coaching on the side. I paid a consultant, Karamo Brown, who is now the famous Karamo Brown, his own talk show on NBC. But at that time, he was still building his career. So I hired him as a consultant to give me advice. He actually took my talk show topic, which at that time was called Trash Mind, Rich Mind. It was for everyone and it was meant to inspire. So he took my talk show concept to one of Oprah Winfrey's producers, and she wanted to keep abreast of my career. So believe me, I was excited because that was an opportunity. But when my dad, his health made a turn, I left everything. I had to leave that, go, move near my dad. Uh, Eventually had to let go of my social media agency, coaching. None of that was happening anymore. I just didn't have the bandwidth, and eventually enter you could say corporate America, where I completely didn't fit in. So going through all these transitions, I was stressed out. I was miserable. I was trying to figure out how can I get back to my purpose. But at this time, by now, I was living in the DC area, very corporate America, very nonprofit. I was like, how can I start a talk show? Because in LA, I live near the beach. So my talk show was set up in my living room. I had no problem getting people to come because everybody's an actor to be on the panel or whatever. Could not do this here. So I just put that to the side. It's like, okay, I'm going to restart coaching. So I entered an NLP, neuro linguistic programming training, something I've always studied and utilized here and there in my coaching training. But I was like, I'm going to make it official and become certified. So when I did that and I started writing my program, like, what's going to be my message? What's going to be my message? Asking the Most High. And as I was writing, this dream that I had had at least 10 years before that kept coming back to me. And I'm going to share the dream to you because it is the foundation of my program. And I believe that it is, whether someone does not believe in a higher power, it will touch their spirit and touch their heart that there is a greater purpose for all of us that is assigned to each of us to somehow reach back and help others. Can I share that dream? Okay.
Yes, please. Yes. uh,
So in this dream, I want you to visualize all these groups of people are on a journey on this road, this vast, long road. And
yeah.
along this journey, imagine yourself and myself, different people. You get so far and you get thirsty and you have to turn around because there's no water nearby. There was a body of water that was further back. You have to turn around and go back to this body of water to drink. And actually, I have your cup with water.
I love a rock star.
So you go back to this body of water to drink, and it might have been a lake, I'm not sure, because in the dream, I could see people all around this body of water. Now, mind you, nobody has a cup, nobody has a vessel to hold the water, a container. So people are just drinking the water from their cupped hands, quenching their thirst, and then they continue their journey. And every time, like, I'll speak myself specifically, I would get thirsty and go back to the body of water. And this continued to happen. One time back to the body of water, I find a container. It was a jar, it was a clear jar. So I'm excited because, like, oh my goodness, I'm blessed. I can now fill my jar with water and continue my journey without having to go back. So I'm happy. I'm continuing my journey, drinking my water. And I noticed a group of people in front of me, turning back to go to the body of water. So I give them my jar so that they can continue instead. I get thirsty. I no longer have my jar. I gave it away. So I have to go back to the body of water to drink again. But this time, when I go back, I find several jars. And I know immediately I was blessed because I gave my jar to others so that they can continue their journey. So I'm excited because not only can I continue my journey, I can also continue to give jars to other people so that they can continue. Now, that's the foundation of the Aging with Purpose reinvention method. The message is in what does for each person, the symbolic meaning of the jar is different. The symbolic meaning of the water is different. What do you need to hold your water? And the water quenches you so that you can continue on your journey. But also, what is it that you're supposed to give other people so that they can also continue their journey and not get thirsty and have to stop and keep going back? That's powerfully spiritual.
That is so. Yeah, actually right now I'm stopping myself, to cry because it's just so meaningful, Sanita.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, yeah, we just actually met, online, and you just started, like sending me, emails, and you've done this to a lot of women, you who are already aging, and that if you keep on announcing what you just shared to us, right? Oh my God. I think people, two things that my takeaway is, yeah, you have to also like that jar and the water is like your own, nourishment. It's like you have to nourish yourself and nourish the other people so that the ripple effect that you just mentioned on the water goes really further. So that genuine love that you're talking about is not just to yourself, but to others.
And we've
Yeah.
become, I don't know if we've become more self centered or we've always been that way and the internet just shines a light on it.
Yeah.
But it definitely is a reminder that you're not here just for yourself. We're here to help each other. We're here for others. And I do believe that our purpose is not just for ourselves, it is always for others. Whether if you're working at a company, there's a talent that you have specifically that helps that company be successful. And as a result, that company is providing, it's solving a problem, going
To
to
the
sell
clients,
for
right?
whomever is buying the product, but that company is
Exactly.
providing jobs for others who
Correct.
are putting roof over people's heads as a result, keeping food on their tables. There's so, I mean, the purpose is vast, and you
Yes.
say the
Sending their parents to, let's say, if the parents have cancer, these people can now pay for the doctor, for the medicines. That's the ripple effect. That's why, well, it's a good segue because I think your mission and passion, Sanita, is what we call, helping others. And just segueing to sales, for the brilliant sellers that I've met in the world, they're not really like selling without selling. They're actually helping, the CEOs, the business owners to have a more, less stress life. It's just as if they are providing automation or business but the main goal is like helping a family, like the customer that you met today who's struggling with their reporting or struggling because they cannot go home the right time to their, let's say, pregnant wife because they need to stay in the office to finish an accounting spreadsheet,
yeah.
right? It is helping them to go home and live at the right time for the
Yeah.
family.
And I tell you, I'm an introvert, so selling isn't natural to me. But like you said, mention thinking of it as you're helping other, you're giving, you're sharing. That actually, for me, it makes it seem a lot more subtle.
Yes, yes. And
Yeah.
if you notice, if I put you in the midst of, let's say, 20, let's say sales and revenue, all this corporate enterprise title, and you come as Senita to the board who needs help, and you
Hmm.
just identify the problem and you come in as Senita, right? Helping them, one by one, you'll definitely get the contract right away because it is, you're not a seller, right? And coming from that foundation that you're explaining to me, which to me right now, I'm getting goosebumps. My heart is so full hearing those stories from you, the jar, the water, and the ripple effect. If I will definitely apply it more
Hmm.
consciously, because I think it is the right way to do it,
Yeah.
especially at this time, the crazy world. It's all about consumerism. It's all about I want to be greedy, or you don't say that, but that's exactly what your other businesses doing. That's why there's recession, layoff, and they always say World War III is coming.
Mm-hmm.
And a person like you, that's collaborating with a person like me, we can totally help each other to make sure that what we're doing is just all about helping.
Yeah. And I think the biggest thing, because especially by the time you hit midlife, your your daily tasks, everything becomes sort of monotonous. You know exactly what you're doing. You
Yeah.
go to work, you make your calls for your cell calls, you do
Itinerary.
whatever, it's sort of, but if you apply one of my tools that I have my coaching clients do is to write a mission statement for their life, write a mission statement for their career, whatever. All companies have a mission statement. So a lot of sales reps are working for a company that has a mission statement, but they may not have created their own mission statement specifically in that job as well. It's that is like a more of a driving force, because it makes you more excited when you get up for the day. That's like
It's like your
another.
calling card. It's like your
Yeah,
own calling
yeah.
card. Like when you say Rhea Richardson, you say Cenita Johnson on your LinkedIn. That's exactly your calling card. That's your purpose, right?
And a lot of times we don't even think about the description that we wrote on our LinkedIn.
I've been seeing a lot 48,000 LinkedIn profile, but realistically, they just put, they work in IBM, they work in, sales for my, but they really don't put that, that way. That
Yes.
who are you to the world? And what's in it for, people to contact you? What do you
Mhm.
give the world? So,
Exactly.
yeah.
And everything else, I believe, flows with that, the success, the finances, whatever that may be, your definition of what is successful. But I think also we don't only want to put the idea of success as the things that we get. Success is also peace of mind,
Oh,
content,
number one. Yeah, you're right. Number one.
excitement for the next day.
Yeah, that is success. Yeah, that
Mhm.
you can. This is one of my aunts and my uncles are telling me success to me. If you ask me, Ria, is waking up every day, not using my, what you call that? They have sticks. Sometimes that they cannot walk. So
Oh, a
the
walker.
yeah. So that's success to them. So they say you're still young, you're still 40. You don't measure success like that, but to 60 plus and sick, people just wait by waking up, it's already a success. That's their milestone.
Very true.
Thank you so much for,
Mhm.
sometimes you just, I read a lot of books too. I feel that I'm always on the go and reading and doing a lot of content, but what you just said, Sinita, is completely very unique to me. It
Mhm.
just touched me right now. And I know the audience that we have, especially those, rock stars, software, sales, marketing directors who are in their 40s and probably asking themselves, will stop right now and tell probably teary eyed also, because that's a very, very good,
Yeah.
statement and purpose.
That's why you hear more about people leaving jobs where they just feel empty, although they're making a lot of money. They're leaving because they're like, I'm unhappy, I'm miserable. And I get it, because what that does is we've heard about science and everything, how all that anger, that misery, it winds up feeding the cells in your
Yeah.
body, and then you wind up
It's
getting all the sickness. And was the money worth it?
No, I mean, I left a big corporation when my mom saw that my hair, is it's like 50 to 80%. I lost it, even less than a year. And my mom said, even if you're like earning like a Taylor Swift salary from that company, if it becomes irreversible and you totally lose your hair and your health, like resign today. I
Yeah.
followed my mom. Yeah,
Yeah.
and I've never been happier. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
kinda
can
goes
be.
back, didn't back in the day, your mom probably believed in that your health is actually wealth.
Yeah, health is wealth. That's why I know that your dad and my mom are like our superheroes, because yeah, we listened to them and we took care of them
Mhm.
until the last days of their lives. That's I think our mission. Well, Senita, thank you so much
Thank you.
for being with us today. And again, our mission is not just empowering women, men, in their 40s, but making sure that the iconic language statements that you just shared with us will make people think again or rethink their mission, today. It's not just all about money, but as you said, what is your the effect, the effect of your character or action further, how many people you have touched, and you have touched us. Definitely, Miss Energy team is, we're chatting, offline, and we're saying, wow, Senita, so beautiful person. Thank you for being so kind to
You.
us. And we'll keep in touch. And for people who wants to contact you, we'll definitely put your email address in this video when we release it.
Okay,
Okay?
please share my website, www.3owl.co or agingwithpurpose.net.
We will definitely loud and clear. Thank you so much and have a good day.
You as
All
well.
right. Bye bye, Senita. Talk soon.